Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the hip hop police. So, former CEO and rapper RickRoss allegedly never pistol whipped that man who was the groundskeeper at his house. And he filed a counter lawsuit. I'm going to read to you what TMZ had to say about it. Then I'm going to give you my opinion. TMZ wrote, and I quote, Rick Ross is attacking the groundskeeper who was suing him for allegedly pistol whipping and beating him. But this time, Ross is admittedly attacking with a gun, a hired gun. Ross has filed legal documents against Jonathan Zamudio, who sued Ross, claiming the mogul got angry at him for throwing a party in his mansion and driving his cars. Zamudio says Ross locked him in a room, pistol whipped him, and brutalized him so bad he had to eat through a straw. But Ross now says Zamudio is lying and claims he has proof. For starters, Ross notes Zamudio called 911 3 hours after the alleged incident and never mentioned pistol whipping or any injury for that matter. He also spoke clearly and calmly to the dispatcher. Secondly, Ross says Zamudio is in cahoots with his arch enemy 50 Cent. You'll recall Ross' baby mama sued 50 for posting a sex tape featuring her on his website. A jury felt 50 did it maliciously and awarded her $7 million. Ross says Zamudio's lawsuit is really just 50's revenge. Ross points to a photo 50 posted of himself with Zamudio along with the caption, quote, "Now you pay." Ross calls this a simple shakedown from a guy who left paraphernalia used for cocaine and other drugs all over his house. Wait, let me read that again. Did I just really read that correctly? Ross calls this a simple shakedown from a guy who left paraphernalia used for cocaine and other drugs all over his house. I wonder if any of it had his fingerprints on it. Anyways, the story goes on to say Ross was arrested and jailed in connection with the incident and charged with kidnapping, aggravated assault, and aggravated battery. That case is pending and Ross is free on $2 million bond. End quote. Here's the deal. Who really knows whether or not this guy did what he was being accused of? I mean, I would think that a former CEO would know better than that. However, at the end of the day, if this guy was really messing around in his house, driving his cars and throwing parties and shit, I could see him getting pretty mad. I mean, that's pretty fucked up, you know, for somebody to do something like that to you after you trusted them with your property. I mean, it's pretty disgusting. But who really knows whether or not this shit happened? That's the whole mystery of it. Could this be one big, vast, grand conspiracy that 50 conspired and he hired this man to pose as a groundskeeper? And he's not really a groundskeeper at all. This is some Twilight Zone shit. Could you imagine that if 50 got some guy to weasel his way into Ross's life, to spy on him and do a little weird shit, bring him back information? And I mean, is 50 really that grimy? Yes. No, but seriously, this is sounding like a plot for a movie. Like two rival rappers beefing, one an ex-criminal, the other an ex-CO who stole a drug dealer's name and lifestyle and rapped about it, and rapped about knowing the real Noriega. The former CEO gets arrested for allegedly pistol whipping and kidnapping his groundskeeper, who was in cahoots with and friends with the rival rapper. I mean, this shit really sounds like a good ass movie. That's what somebody needs to do with it. Somebody needs to at least make a fucking cartoon movie, because I'd watch that shit. But hey, at the end of the day, we don't really know who's telling the truth. We don't know who's a fucking liar in this situation. I mean, can we really trust 50? No. Can we really trust Rick Ross? No. They're both grimy dudes in their own rights. However, Ross went to jail over this shit. He didn't just lose money. He lost his freedom temporarily. He could have died in jail or been raped or anything. Anything could have been done to him in there. Hell, the people behind law enforcement could have targeted him because he's a former CEO, and they could say, well, you turned your back on us by becoming this fake drug dealer rapper. And we don't like this shit, so we're going to fuck you up. You know what I mean? All sorts of grimy, slimy, crazy shit happens when you're in jail. So at the end of the day, Rick Ross is really lucky to be alive. He's lucky to be home and safe and everything. But anyways, this is all my opinion. Who really knows what the hell really happened? You know, hopefully the truth will come to light at some point, because as of right now, this shit is one big rap mystery. Anyways, this is all my opinion. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more. By the way, if you want to hear the 911 call that this guy made, there's a link to it on my blog. So all you got to do is visit my blog at the link below, and you can, go hear it for yourself at the TMZ website. Let me know what you think about it all below. Meat Magazine.